Hey, how you doing, man? Hello, welcome to my channel. It is the 21st. It's Tuesday, the 21st of January, 2014, and I'm your host, Ant-Man. Sorry, I'm a little lack motivated today. I'm just kidding. I didn't even say that right. Let me start all over. Hello, I have an article here in front of me, and I'm not gonna say it. This is what it's called. Wake me up before you go. Vacation. Study men starting to talk like girls. What do you mean starting? I don't know. By Melissa Hoganboom, science reporter, BBC News. I think she's really late on this, by the way. I think that men have been acting like women for about a couple years now. When you listen to a trendy, like the general public trendies that don't give a damn about anything, but they're about as smart as a bag of hammers. When you listen to them talk, it's like you're listening to girls talk. I'm not kidding you. They're on their phone, they're giggling, they're looking at girls. You know, that's exactly what a girl does. They giggle, they look at their phones, and they look at guys. You know, it's good to like girls, you guys, of course. Come on. You know, you don't have to ask me that, but I guess you don't know women too well if that's what you're centered around, because I look at it like this. When you're so centered around sexual, like, intercourse and all that, you know, when you're that secular and wicked, when you're totally focused on just having sex with people all the time, you're giving them the power. Because guys don't say, you know, who has sex. The women says who has sex. And by the way, Christians, we don't do this. This is the world doing this. They're making the women all the more powerful by making us, even on the television shows on the cable networks, all the men act like girls. They act stupid, and the women are in charge. I think that this is brainwash, and I think it's for a reason. I think it's because Hitler said, you get the children, you get the women, and then the men follow. And what that means is that's how you turn a society on its head, dude. You brainwash the children with gangbanger culture and MTV, and then the women, they're pretty much the next ones to come, because they're caught up in all the glamour of Hollywood, all of the you know, ooh, it's shiny and it's beautiful, and they get caught up in all that, and then they go to that, so they're both now in that, and then the men have nothing to do but to follow and to be into that culture. The world system is going in a very ugly direction, my friend. I wouldn't want to be a part of it for all the treasure in the ocean. More young men in California rise. Oh, in California, I'm really not surprised, man. When it comes to my own state, we're in trouble in this state. People don't even vote in this state. All we care about is we're all in love with ourselves. We're all like a bunch of sociopathic narcissists, man. We're all about ourselves and being famous and being glamorous. You know, it's all like, it's pathetic, really. More young men in California rise in pitch at the end of their sentences when talking, new research shows. Oh, wow. The process is known as uptalk, or valley girl speak, and has in the past been associated with young females, typically from California or Australia. That too, men are like gay. Like, okay, with a lot of my trendy, like, MTV copycat friends, I feel bad for even calling them that, but that's what they are. But, you know, they act like girls, man. They act like they act like gay with each other, like they're playing around, but they're really like acting really gay with each other, and like and really just being up each other's butt, man, like with their noses, you know, like it just, you know what I'm trying to say, is that they're kissing each other's butt all day, and they're just making each other feel good and stuff. Like, this is, you know, self-esteem is not a problem in America, obviously. I think what we need to get to is that we're not all that great, and we need to look at the Ten Commandments and be like, wow, we're no good at all. You know, in the movie Idiocracy, it's funny because how this writer's saying that valley speak or whatever, valley girl talk. In the movie Idiocracy, Mike Judge says that in the future, that people are going to have a way of talking that's half slang, like gangster slang, half valley girl. And it's funny because you see it going on now, man. It's this, men are feminized, my friend. And it's not just the culture either. It's not just the TV, and it's not just the culture that's doing it. It's the GMO and the fluoride, man. This is a scientific thing, my friend. They are feminizing us in a big way. You know, if I were a man, I would tell you, I mean, if I were a dude and I was going to the grocery store, I would say, stay away from the soy. Stay away from the soy. You don't need it. You're a guy. If you're gonna eat soy, eat some soy, I guess, but don't eat it all the time. It's not good for you. There's there's studies about how that it feminizes you. It gives you estrogen, and if people actually cared what they were putting in their bodies, they would understand this stuff more. That we're under like scientific attack here. Our genetics are under attack. I could go on with a bunch of other stuff, man, that would make me feel like not feel like, but look like a tinfoil hat wearer, like with all the chemtrails, with what's all behind that and why they do it. They don't want you getting your vitamin D. They don't want you getting this and that. But to the average yuppie that only cares about what Kim Kardashian's doing today, this is all conspiracy theory nuts. Like, this is all stupid because, well, first of all, they don't know which end is up, so they don't know who to believe anyway. Everything, I said the other day that there's generals that are calling out people to go and march on Washington this year. And someone I know actually said, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. And I was just like, what you just proved to me is that you don't research anything. But when people try to tell you things, you automatically dismiss everything you hear because you want to be, the average yuppie doesn't want you to tell him that life is more than just his own little box of, glamour and glitz and liberalism and being, so liberal. The only thing I can come up with saying. Anyways, I digress. Anyways, but now a team says that this way of speaking is becoming more frequent among men. The findings were presented at the meeting of the Acoustical Society of America in California. We found use of uptalk in all of our speakers despite their diverse backgrounds and socioeconomic status, ethnicity, bilingualism, and gender, said Amanda Richard, a linguist at the University of California who led the research. What can I say? Even the politicians, even some of the journalists today, they use a lot of like slang. They use a lot of this like street talk nonsense, and it's like it really shows me how everybody's caught up into the mainstream media, and it's like everybody like thinks people who are really like they really believe that the stuff on the TV is real and that all that stuff's real. Man, it's just sad, dude. It's sad how people are becoming, man, because you're being given into this world system, man, where it's like I almost don't want to say it, but it's like people are just worshiping black people now these days. And it's like, dude, I understand what they went through. It was Martin Luther King Day yesterday. I understand what they went through this country, but in my honest opinion, get over it, dude. We're in 2014. We're all on an equal footing now, man. I mean, the black man's getting along just fine. He has nothing to complain about, and he's probably going around telling people that nobody likes them, which is a lie. Because if you look around, they're all glorified in the mainstream media like it's God's great gift to humanity to be black. And it's not that I don't like them. It's just that that's not true. We're all human beings and we all have talents and gifts. But they have like this ultra super fed licentiousness and entitlement to say whatever they want and to be as racist as they want. And then it puts us in this awkward position where it's like, ooh, like we have to say something now. And Dana White said it best the other day. He's like, he was telling Jay-Z, you need to knock it off with all the N-word stuff in your music because my kids listen to that stuff. You need to knock it off because you need to knock off this I'm allowed to be racist but you're not bullshit. Excuse my language. Wow. Excuse my language. But that really does get to me, man. I mean, I hate all of this, like, only black people are allowed to be racist crap. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. I'm not going to play that game. And some guy the other day called me a little nigga. And oh man, I mean, I looked at him like, man, I'm glad you're over the fence, and I'm glad you're not like near me because I mean, I'm afraid more of what I would do than what other people would do to me because I train mixed martial arts. I'm not like a little gangbanger who thinks he can fight, man. I've been in the cage, okay, but it needs to stop, dude. You guys need to realize that Jay-Z and all of these people like Jamie Foxx, they're feeding you all of this racism crap, dude, because they want to start a civil war in this country, in my honest opinion. That's all they're trying to do. We believe that uptalk is becoming more prevalent and systematic in its use for the younger generations in Southern California, she added. The team recorded and analyzed the voices of 23 native Californians aged between 18 and 22. The researchers were therefore not able to infer similar language patterns in older Californians. This is originally from BBC News. So, if you guys are Christian, please forgive me. I am not perfect, just like how you're not perfect, okay? Sorry for cussing. I'm sure some of you guys are probably young or whatever. It's something I'm working on. Pray for me. But you guys, I don't do this for fun. I don't like to read this kind of news for fun, man. I do it because I'm really good at interpreting it. I live in California. I live around this stuff. I see it for what it is. I have to live with this stuff every day. So take it from me, man. I'm talking out of experience, man. There are people out there that are absolutely deluded and living in a matrix fake reality that they think that they're superstars and they're glamorous and that's all that matters, you know? While our society and our government and our prosperity are going down the tubes right now. They're going to hell in a handbasket right now. And all the general public can think about is Kim Kardashian. So God bless you guys and have a good day.